over here. I hope you're having a splendid day wherever you are in the world. That's the first time I got the here so high in a long time. Guys, I hope you're having a splendid day wherever you are in the world indeed. Guys, it's time for round number 8. Probably the track that has given us the most action so far on F1 2019 when you ask me. Go back to Season 1 and Season 2. I think Season 2's video was over 40 minutes long. The race was so good. So yeah, this is an epic race. Heading towards the performance chart, guys. That is Racing Point still upgrading that bloody car in P1. Us and McLaren P2. Haas are now P3 with Williams P4, Ferrari P5, Mercedes P6, Red Bull P7. No, Red Bull actually P8. Alfa Romeo P7. Renault is 9th. And Scuderia Toro Rosso are still in 10th, but finally getting that car a little bit upgraded. Come on, Toro Rosso. Get that car to the midfield because you are the only back marker team. So you guys see her heading into practice? Yeah, we had a little bit of a moment, a little bit of Formula Drift. Not too bad, at least. Rather now than make the mistake in qualifying. Nearly the Alfa Romeo ended my life there. But guys, heading into qualifying, we are excited. We are pumped. And after the McLaren has just gotten faster, we're going to try and go faster as well. So let's head straight to the French GP's qualifying, yeah.
The circuit has rubbed it in with practice, but this is still a difficult session as our drivers fight for pole position. Welcome to qualifying for the French Grand Prix. With the weather as it is today, Anthony Davidson, we have, to some extent, to throw the form book out of the window. Who do you see having the advantage on this slippery, unpredictable track surface?
The trouble is, Crofty, they need to be thinking about the race tomorrow. You don't want to go jacking up the ride heights and piling on a few points of extra downforce that you're not going to want in the Grand Prix itself. The Parc Fermé regulations mean that you have to make that choice. The best thing the drivers can do is adapt with the tools they have available in the cockpit. Moving the brake bias forward will help stop the rear end slipping out under braking, and opening up the differential can really help tame the oversteer on corner exit. The drivers that can make best use of these techniques will have the best chance for success here today.
Guys, jumping straight into qualifying. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, even though the rain saved our bacon the previous round in Canada, I am absolutely, to put it in pure Afrikaans terms, gatvol for the rain. That just means I'm tired of driving in the wet conditions. Guys, Monaco was a completely wet race. Canada ended in the rain, and now we've got a full wet Canadian GP qualifying. Well, that's according to the weather forecast. And there's also rain in the race tomorrow. We're starting the race in the wet. So yeah, I'm really just over the rain. I'm not even joking. I'm over it. Can Cody take the rain away for the next few races? But I do. Oh no, 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 no! Ooh, glorious P15. You guys know I'm not a qualifier. I'm a racer, and when you add rain, I suck. But guys, heading towards the end of Q2, the rain actually stopped. Hallelujah. But that's not what's making me have a swan song. Because I cost myself a spot in Q3. Yep, I did that.
Okay, back to the pits. You need a new front wing.
Gee, you don't say, Jeff. You don't say. Guys, that is us out of qualifying. I didn't set a lap because the session started on the intermediate in intermediate conditions. What's the point? You're gonna go out, your lap's not gonna mean anything because the end of the session it's gonna be dry in any case. So I just waited till the end, put in some extra fuel to go for 2 consecutive laps, and then I did that on my first run. So I've got no time on the board whatsoever. It's a very sad...
have set us back a little.
Jeff, just shush. Guys, it's a very sad and very frustrating P15. Oh, what did we do?
Obviously, I expected a better session, but these things happen from time to time. Try to make up for it in the race.
Well, that sucked. Guys, I don't know how we're going to win this race. That just broke my confidence. I do not know what we're going to do. I do not know what we're going to do, honestly.
Welcome to Le Castellet as we return from across the Atlantic for the 2019 French Grand Prix. Reintroduced to the Formula One calendar just last year after an absence of almost 3 decades. The circuit, Paul Ricard, where racing legends such as Alain Prost gave us some Turn 1 excitement before Valtteri Bottas and Sebastian Vettel and a commanding victory from Lewis Hamilton gave us a brilliant race last year. What, I wonder, will it have in store for us this season? We have 15 corners here at the circuit Paul Ricard, 6 to the left and 9 to the right. The rain is coming down and making for a slippery racing surface, but luckily there is plenty of runoff available, and hopefully we'll be able to avoid bringing out a safety car during today's Grand Prix. Anthony Davidson also joins me in the commentary box today. Let's talk about O'Connor. They're starting towards the back of the field today in a car that is fast, so they'll be disappointed, won't they?
It's not a nice feeling, I promise you. They've got a quick car underneath them, but they've got onto the grid today and they need a pair of binoculars to see the start lights. They'll be desperate for a good start to make up for some of that deficit.
With the race minutes away from starting, here's what today's grid rundown looks like. Good job yesterday from Valtteri Bottas. The Finn starts from pole position, and starting alongside him P2 is Sebastian Vettel. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Hamilton, Verstappen, Pierre Gasly and Faber, Sainz, Butler, Raikkonen and Kevin Magnussen. Grosjean, Kvyat, Charles Leclerc, they'll be starting further back after an earlier grid penalty. O'Connor, Norris, Russell, Daniel Ricciardo and Alexander Albon. Perez and Antonio Giovinazzi starts from the back of the grid. And with preparations almost complete, let's head down to the track.
This is our engine supplier's home Grand Prix. Let's give them a race worth watching.
Thank you very much, my beautiful engineer, Mr. Jeff. Guys, let's just go for broke. Subscribe and jam with me on the formation lap. That's all there is to say. Ready for the French Grand Prix. Guys, just like back in Spain, I'm going for broke as we head to 5 red lights. And it's go, go, go for the French Grand Prix. Mercedes and Red Bull on the front row with Max Verstappen. Oh, yeah, that is Max Verstappen actually in P4 alongside the second Mercedes of Lewis Hamilton. It is Vettel and Valtteri on the front row. Valtteri cuts off Vettel's front nose. Heading into the first corner, it is Valtteri Bottas leading the way from Sebastian Vettel in P2 for Red Bull. Max Verstappen in P3 for Ferrari. The second and third place cars, remember guys, are the guys that swapped seats after the end of Season 1 into Season 2. But now it is Bottas leading the way from Vettel, then Verstappen, then Hamilton. Then you've got Gasly, Sainz, then Lucas Weber. Then in the background there it is myself and my teammate battling away with some other cars. So you guys see heading down the back straight for the first time. It is Bottas that's going to start this straight. Let's see who's got the best speed in a straight line. Guys, luckily a little blessing is that the rain is going to stop like at lap 8, somewhere around there according to the forecast. So it's not going to be too long of wet running. But guys, just like back in Spain, I'm literally going to have to go for broke. Because if I once again finish behind Lucas Weber, guys, it's basically impossible to catch him for the rest of this championship. He is stupidly far ahead. You guys saw with the previous episode in Montreal. It started. Yahoo! as I nearly take out the Toro Rosso there was a little bit of wheel rubbing there. I literally shimmied his wheel. But, you guys see, this is just like back in Montreal, in Canada. Montreal, Canada. I hope you guys know that Montreal is in Canada. I'm driving with desperation because guys, to get the McLaren where I wanted to be, now that we have shifted our objective for the season, we want to fight for the championship. I can't afford any more strategic bottles like we did back in Canada. Look, I know I still ended P4, but it doesn't help that Lucas Weber won the race with fastest lap. That doesn't help us. So, as you guys see, we had a little bit of a booty wiggle coming onto the back straight, and K-Mac tried to get his Renault back ahead of our McLaren. Guys, the number 1 looks so beautiful on this car, like seriously. It looks stupendous. There we go, you guys can see it now. It's my teammate Devin Butler going side by side with Kimi Räikkönen in the Alfa Romeo as we jump to their POVs. You guys see heading into this very, very fun corner, the right-handed hairpin. It's basically a double right-hander, but it feels like a hairpin. You guys see they are still side by side. How are these two guys keeping it side by side in the wet weather? GG's Devin Butler and Kimi Räikkönen. Damn, son. Damn. You guys can see we've basically got 3 laps of extra fuel because the minimal amount of fuel is still way more than you need to get through the Grand Prix. As Kimi Räikkönen is caught napping by ourselves, heading into the final corner, we just dive it up his inside, and that is us already up into P9. So we are no longer outside the points, we are within the points along with our teammates, and now it is time to charge. Guys, I'm gonna absolutely cremate these intermediate tires. We need to get up as far as possible, and with basically the entire front half, well, the front runners fighting for position, from Valtteri all the way back to, who's that, Lucas Weber, with them all fighting and me and Devin being able to catch up to them, I'm gonna have to make my presence felt. And if that means I need to shove out Devin Butler a little bit wide, leave him drying, something like that, I will. Because I really, since this McLaren has gotten so fast, I really want to defend my championship now. So as you guys see here, on that very same straight, we just have a little quick rewind. You guys can see Devin Butler is really slow and heading towards this corner. We go to the inside. It's very brave going up the inside there. Come on, Devin is still on my outside. Beautiful battling here between the two McLaren teammates. Former Formula 2 rivals, but now we are forced to work as teammates as I shove out a little bit wide. But that was not on purpose, guys. That is just because of the grip levels. It is very hard to keep an inside line through that corner in the dry. It is nearly impossible in the wet, unless you're going like 20 kilometers an hour, which these cars, yeah, that is basically going backwards. It's so slow. But as you guys see, the two Red Bulls of Pierre Gasly and Sebastian Vettel are now fighting. Vettel has not had the start to this race that he wanted. He has been passed by Max Verstappen as well as Lewis Hamilton, and he is now fighting for P4 with his teammate Pierre Gasly, and coming from behind really quickly, it is Mr. Lucas Weber and Carlos Sainz in the Haas and the Racing Point. You guys can see heading to this next quarter, Sainz actually defends from Weber, and now we'll see if Gasly can get that Red Bull ahead of Sebastian Vettel as we go down this back straight, and the rain is already starting to go away, guys. The track is really quickly getting dry. It might be quicker than lap 8 like I predicted. It might be a little earlier than that. I would love that, because that means we can go on to slicks and you can actually have sufficient amounts of grip and hopefully not spin out again and ruin your race like I ruined my qualifying. Guys, I know that was my own mistake, and I am literally just mad at myself. I'm not mad at anybody else, I'm mad at myself. But in any case, no points for Saturday. You only get points for the race, and at this stage we are getting points, but not more than Lucas Weber. Guys, from this point on in the season, I have to get almost every single race, I have to be in front of Lucas Weber. We don't have to be fighting for the win or for second place or whatever. No matter where we fight, I have to finish ahead of him in the points. So we have to be fighting for points, even if it's P9 and P10 or P10 and P11. I have to finish ahead of that man. Otherwise, this championship is going to be lost before we can even start thinking about clawing back some of those points. But as you guys see it now, Vettel actually defended from Gasly, and now it is Gasly under pressure from Mr. Lucas Weber. They are very slow through this first two corners. They hold up Carlos Sainz, who opens up the door for me. Come on, that's P7. Come on, son, Carlos, come on, be nice, man, be nice. I gave you my World Championship winning car. Yes. That's P7, guys. P7 right behind the son of a gun, which is Lucas Weber. Come on, McLaren, let's show this racing point that we are no longer just the underdog. We have to start being the big dog, fighting the biggest dog.
Okay, copy that. Okay, we can take you this lap.
Aha! Look at the movement coming up the inside, guys! Up the inside of Lucas Weber as he and Gasly fought and he was held up. You guys see we're going to compete this lap. The radar stopped, the track is dry. What? DRS has just been enabled.
Understood, stopping this lap.
Yes. Guys, we got past Weber. Now it's time to push into the pit lane. Here you guys can see Valtteri Bottas at the end of that lap is doing exactly that. We will be following him into the pit lane like Max Verstappen is at this stage. Who is going to be brave and bold and stick it out one more lap, and who is going to be the ones diving it into the pit lane? Valtteri is in. Max is in. Let's watch that pit lane entry, guys. There comes Sebastian Vettel as well as myself. Myself is into the pit lane along with Lucas Weber and Carlos Sainz. I'm right behind us. There's a lot of cars diving into the pit lane, guys. There were also a fair amount of penalties at the beginning of this race, so I'm not exactly sure where everybody is sitting when it comes to the order. But guys, look at the perfect pit stop we have. We get out ahead of the Red Bull of Sebastian Vettel, who was held up in the pit lane. But guys, this is where my strategy is going to be different. You guys saw everybody went onto the soft tires, which only last about 7 to 8 laps on heavy fuel. I went onto the mediums, and just like I did in Canada, I'm going to stretch those mediums to almost the end. But unlike Canada, where I was going to go onto the inters, my strategy now has completely swapped around from Canada. In Canada, we went from the softs to the mediums to the inters. This race, we're going from the inters to the mediums to the softs. And guys, I'm hoping that these guys who all went onto soft tires and are now going to go onto soft tires are doing a 3-stop. Meaning, inters to softs, softs to softs, softs to mediums. That's a 3-stop. I'm hoping that's going to happen, because if that happens, that'll be the perfect news for us trying to secure some solid points today here at Le Castellet in France. As you guys see, this is now Max Verstappen battling away with Valtteri Bottas. So Max has taken the lead. He is now, P2 is Valtteri Bottas, P3 Sebastian Vettel. What? We're in P4? Okay, I'll take that. But Lewis Hamilton is in P5 charging hard, guys. And guys, I do not care if it's a Toro Rosso. If the guy's on the soft tire and he's behind me, I'm gonna let him go. I have to think about the later stages of this race. And guys, if I fight now with a bunch of these guys, my mediums will not last as long, so that I can put the softs on at the end and run them to the end without wearing them out. I needed to drive extremely smart and conservative to make sure these mediums carry me to roundabout lap 18 to 21, roundabout there. No, guys, not even lap 18. The minimum is lap 20, minimum. So I really, remember guys, that's 15 or 16 full laps on the medium tires around a highway circuit. That is asking a lot. And that is not just from my tires, that's asking a lot of me. I mean, I'm on a pad, not even a wheel. So steering inputs is already bloody hard. But we'll see what we can do, guys. Guys, like I said at the beginning of this race, I had no confidence heading into this race whatsoever. Zigalo, nothing, boggerol. And it's slowly but surely, I'm starting to get a little bit of confidence growing, but it's still a long way to go. So you guys see now I let Pierre Gasly past me, so Vettel has passed me, Hamilton has passed me, Leclerc has passed me, and now Gasly. And as you guys see, heading to the end of about 2 laps later, it is now Charles Leclerc right up behind Lewis Hamilton. Heading into the first corner, side by side. Leclerc will have the inside for the second part of the chicane. Very tight racing between the Ferrari and the Mercedes. Heading into the next corner, they are side by side. Come on, who's the bravest on the brakes? It is Lewis Hamilton, but he runs a little wide. Leclerc goes around the outside. He will have the inside once again for this next corner. And that is Leclerc up into, what's that, P1, 2, 3, 4, 5, into P5. So guys, that is P5, 6, 7, and 8, where we are racing at now. You guys can see all I'm going to do now, which is even better than just letting these guys pass. Because they are battling, I am able to hang on to them, save fuel, save tires, save ERS, because I've got the DRS to help me. So as you guys see here, they are very slow heading to this next part. It's Gasly and Hamilton side by side. Car number 44, Mercedes car number 44 and Red Bull car number 10. Side by side through the right-hander where I overtook my teammate in very brave fashion as Hamilton nearly loses the back end there as he's very aggressive on his steering, going through that little right-handed kink, which in the dry is absolutely flat out. You guys see the very next lap, Hamilton is now caught up to the back of Leclerc again. And now Hamilton is trying to make a move around the outside of Leclerc, heading into the first corner. That's a lock-up from Leclerc. He's round. Gasly hits Leclerc. We luckily avoid that by the skin of our teeth. You guys, Leclerc had a double lock-up, and I don't know why, but his car just went round. He must have been too early on the power. Gasly hits him from behind. He not a hit, he kisses him. But the kiss is hard enough to break off his right front end plate. So Gasly is now nursing that Red Bull. That has ruined Pierre Gasly's race. Guys, look how lucky I am to stay out of this. You guys can see I turned it initially and then I just straightened my steering wheel immediately. Because I knew if I were to stay on my normal line, I would have hit the back of Gasly and probably ended my race. I would not have been able to go on. But guys, you guys see it now. Going for the third stop. This is Mr. Max Verstappen. No, this is his second stop. Second stop. Going for the second stop. And is he doing what I think he's doing? Yes, he is! He's going on to a second set of soft tires, guys. So Max Verstappen is pushing like crazy. And so he is going to have to pit again because there's no way those softs are running to the end, guys. No way, no way, no way. So you guys see, I'm now behind Lewis Hamilton. And guys, for some other reason, Hamilton was going very slowly. And I asked my engineer over the radio, hey Jeff, buddy, what's going on with Lewis ahead of us? Because he's suddenly going very slow. Is it his tires? Or does he have some sort of mechanical issue? And Jeff confirmed, Lewis Hamilton, the hamster himself, has got an engine problem. And as you guys see here, it doesn't look like he's got an engine problem as we go down the straight. But we get past the Mercedes, and that is us now up into P3. Oh, just a strategy change, a strategy change. Come on, Turbo, come on.
Understood, copy that.
Guys, exactly what I wanted Jeff to ask me. I'm nice enough to my tires that I can stick it out to lap 21 and then go on to the soft tires, or on my mediums. I am soft on my medium tires, and for that the mediums are going to reward me to take me to lap 21 so that I can strap on its more aggressive faster brother, which is red, called the soft tires. Oh boy, I'm a crazy person. Me cuckoo in the head. But in any case, as you guys see here now, this is Valtteri Bottas and Sebastian Vettel diving into the pit lane. Look at what Max Verstappen has caught himself up in. That is Pierre Gasly driving still a wounded Red Bull, and the horse of Roman Grosjean actually. This is Max trying to get himself back ahead of these guys who are now basically holding him up. But as you guys see, Max has got tons more grip than these guys. Heading into this next spot, guys, Max is going to be super close to Roman. There's nothing that Roman is going to be able to do on the straight. But as you guys see, I am leading the way. Oh, no. That's my teammate, Devin Butler. Sorry. Yes, there is myself leading the way from Lewis Hamilton in P2. P3 is my teammate, Devin Butler. And now this is Max Verstappen getting past Roman Grosjean for a very easy and uncontested P4. But remember, Hamilton and my teammate are still going to have to dive it into the pit lane. But I don't. I'm going to go dive into the pit lane again, but round about the same time that Verstappen will dive it in again for a set of medium tires, because there's no way he's got any soft tires left, guys. So you guys see that there's Lewis Hamilton diving it into the pit lane. I am sure he will be followed by the horse of Mr. Romain Grosjean, my former teammate from Season 1 and Season 2. My teammate as well is... Wait. What? Devin? Why are you doing the same stupid strategy, my boy? I have given you the perfect strategy to get solid points, and this is how you reward me. Guys, I know he's just an AI, but still. Come on, McLaren, communicate with Devin. In any case, you guys see here comes Lewis Hamilton out of the pit lane. Very nice pit lane exit actually here at Le Castellet. I don't know why. It's fun to get out of the pit lane. But guys, let's run through the top 10. It is myself leading the way on very worn medium tires. From Max Verstappen and P2 on brand spanking new softs. P3 it is Valtteri Bottas battling away with Sebastian Vettel in P4. P5 it is the second Mercedes of Lewis Hamilton. Come on, go to Lewis. There we go. Chased very hard by Lucas Weber in P6. Charles Leclerc is in P7 with Carlos Sainz P8. P9 it is my teammate Devin Butler, still where I left him when I overtook him on, what was it, lap 3. And P10 it is the Toro Rosso of Mr. Danny Kvyat. So actually, once again, Danny Kvyat is doing bits for the Toro Rosso team. But as you guys see here now, this is now Lucas Weber mounting a move on Lewis Hamilton, who's still got some issues with that car. Heading through the right-hander, it is an easy move for Lucas Weber with that very overpowered racing point. The Pink Panther strikes again. So you guys see here now, finally heading on to, this is what, lap 19, the end, or was it? No, the end of lap 17, guys. End of lap 17, start of lap 18 of 27. So lap 18 of 27 is starting. Max Verstappen is going to dive it into the pit lane to strap on a set of medium tires. Guys, I'm still not coming into the pit lane. But one thing, this is where I thought my strategy has failed. I knew Max was going to be fast enough to pass me when he came up. No! Hamilton! Hamilton. You have just cost McLaren such needed points in the constructors. Oh, guys, Hamilton just took out my teammate with his whatever. Finally, his car broke. But, oh, Devin, I'm so sorry. Guys, I hope Lewis Hamilton has a penalty for the next race, because that was so irresponsible and stupid of him to do. But in any case, guys, back to my strategy. I was stressed here because I knew Max was going to pass me as I came out of the pit lane, because obviously he has been on fresher tires, faster or fresher tires ever since we went to dry conditions. I'm just ahead because I have stopped less than him. But I knew the final 7 laps of this race, I was going to play catch up. And I am so glad that I'm going to strap on my soft tires at the end of lap 21, the start of lap 22. Because for those 6 laps, no, not 7, yes, 6 laps. For those 6 laps, I was going to push like I've never pushed before. Guys, you guys see, this is now Lucas Weber getting past Sebastian Vettel for P4. And next on his list is Valtteri Bottas. Here you guys can see it's finally my turn to dive it into the pit lane. Let's see what we can get going for ourselves. Into the pit lane, up on the jacks, softs on, down on the jacks, coming out of the pit lane. Let's head towards the POV of Max Verstappen. He rounds the final corner. This pit lane here in France is very long. He comes past the pit wall. Will he be in the lead like I said? Yes, he is, guys. And it's... Okay, yeah, I just shushed the Jeff there by just pressing the radio button. I basically muted him. But guys, this is where I told Jeff to keep his mouth zipped. He zipped his lip, threw the key away, and now it is time to charge. Because Max's tires is already 4 laps old. Oh, what, 18, 19, 20, 21. 4 laps old. And I am on brand spanking new soft tires. As you guys see, finally Lucas Weber is mounting the move. Number 70 Racing Point versus number 77 Mercedes. Valtteri is defending very, very hard. But at this stage, it is Lucas Weber up the inside. Will Lucas make the move stick? It looks like he has. Let's see if Valtteri or Sebastian Vettel can come back at Weber as we head down the back straight. DRS open for the Merc and for the Red Bull. But instead of helping each other, they're fighting each other. Come on, guys, work together to get past Weber. Take the points away from him, please. No! There's a lock up there from Bottas. Heading into the chicane. Woo! Nearly Vettel and Bottas take each other out there. But guys, this is Max Verstappen. And as you guys see here, guys, this is lap number 25. We've got less than 3 laps to go. and Max Verstappen is being chased by myself, heading into the chicane at the end of the back straight. You guys can see I'm super aggressive with my tires. I'm literally squeezing every single millisecond of pace out of them. And now we are tucked up in the slipstream of Max Verstappen. Will we do exactly the same to him that we did to our teammate Evan Butler? We are still behind him. It's very close. Ooh, we go to the inside, heading into the hairpin. Come on, side by side, Max Verstappen. V-Turbocharged 51. The Season 2 Championship rivalry has been renewed. But we take the lead with 2 laps to go of the French Grand Prix. And guys, on lap 26. Oh, wait. We rewinded. Sorry, this is still lap 25. This is now Sebastian Vettel trying to get past Valtteri Bottas. He does, but look at the opportunistic second Ferrari driver of Charles Leclerc. He goes up the inside of Valtteri. Well, first around the outside, then to the inside. Guys, sorry for the noise in the background. That is just my blinds closing. Sorry. In any case, sorry, it's very dark now here in South Africa, and my blinds are still open, so people can look at me from the outside, which is creepy. But guys, that is now Charles Leclerc up into, what's that, P1, 2, 3, 4, no, 4, 5, into P5. But guys, look at Verstappen. He is still pressurizing me from behind. My tires are no longer what they were 4 laps ago. Yeah, he's up the inside as I go wide through that corner. Side by side for myself and Max Verstappen. I'm going to brake early. He's going to go wide. Hug the curb. The car jiggles around. There's contact. No. Come on, Max is on the inside. I'm on the outside. Come on, McLaren. Come on, yes, hot lap mode. Come on, go down to overtake. Yes. Look at the speed. Guys, Max has got front wing damage. I just saw a glimpse of that. Oh boy, the eye brake is front wing. But guys, it wasn't even hard contact. I mean, we barely touched each other. I was just jiggling my car over the curb while Max was coming from the outside back to the inside. Guys, look, I am way too late onto the brakes and too late on my turn-in, heading into that left-hander. And I squeezed him to the inside to force him to go wide. And with that, oh, guys, on this replay, the contact seems harder than it was on my personal POV. Oh, but guys, look at the beautiful speed of the McLaren in a straight line. It's beautiful. Beautiful. Guys, here we have the front wing view of Max Verstappen. Guys, look, we have a beautiful jostle here. I haven't had a battle like this in ages on F1. And, oh, guys, he went wide because he went over the curb. But, guys, Max also turned in so aggressively. All due respect to Max Verstappen. Racing incident. Not my fault, not his fault. Just pure, hard racing. And we took it a bit too far. But, guys, as we start the final lap of the French Grand Prix, here comes Charles Leclerc on Sebastian Vettel for P4 in the Grand Prix. If he seals this P4, it's going to be solid points for Ferrari here today, even after he basically spun. So very well driven from Charles Leclerc. Hashtag driver of the day. Definitely driver of the day. Here comes Valtteri Bottas up the inside of Sebastian Vettel. But Vettel is very brave and late onto his brakes. As now, guys, look at this. Even with Max's front wing damage, he is still keeping that Ferrari within 1 second. He has got DRS and slipstream. But can he keep up with me through the corners? Guys, my tires were dead. They were D-E-A-D, dead. Dead, kaput, bogerol, nothing left. So I was just hanging on to that McLaren in the corners, just begging to see the checkered flag. We've got half a lap to go. And as you guys can see, it is still Vettel battling Bottas and Leclerc. Very crazy fight here for P4. Not even a podium position, but solid points in P for the top 5. Well, top 6. But as you guys see, Charles defends from Vettel, who tries one last hurrah. But guys, what has just happened? Guys, 7 races ago, this car was the second worst on the grid. We are rounding the final corner here in France to take our first win for McLaren F1 in Season 3. Yes, we won!
Great job, you've done everything we wanted today.
McLaren have pulled it off. They've won in spectacular fashion here today. Tell me, Ant, how did they manage to achieve this win?
I'd say it was down once again to good, consistent driving, nailing the corners, working to the track conditions and perfecting the team's strategies. They got all of these things right today and the results speak for themselves.
And look at that, they're making their way out onto the podium now. Great race from the McLaren team, and I'm really happy to see them there on the top step of the podium. And after this round of the World Championship, here's how things look in the drivers' table. This result narrows the gap between our championship leader and the rest of the standings. Some amazing talent out on the track today, but Anthony, who would you pick as your driver of the day?
I have to give it to O'Connor. There was a lot going on all down the field, but they were the only one who I really felt maximised their potential.
It's time to check out the constructors' standings. It was a tough race for our championship leaders who lose ground at the top of the table. There was also a strong showing from the McLaren team today as they make their way up the standings. After an event like that, who knows what the sport has in store for us next time? Be sure to join us again as we continue to bring you the latest excitement in Formula One.
Guys, I am tuckered out. We took our first win for McLaren. Yes, yes, yes. Guys, after Monaco, where I tried so hard to catch up to Weber and failed, and after the big disappointment of Canada, this is what I needed so bad. So bad. My spirits were starting to break for this season because Racing Point seemed undefeatable. No, unbeatable. Sorry, unbeatable. But they have just proven that they are beatable. But it's gonna be a fist fight without gloves till the very end. But I can't deny that I am super excited.
Great work this weekend. It was fantastic to see you up on that podium.
Thank you, Claire. It was fantastic, guys. We unfortunately failed our contract renegotiations, but it's still an alright contract. Not something that I'm going to be proud of, but still, not the important thing. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for staying till the end. Guys, please, I hope I've earned your like with this absolutely awesome video. Best race of the season so far. Guys, also follow me on my social media platforms, especially Twitter and Instagram. Share this video, tag me on one of those two platforms, and I will give you a shout out in a future video. And guys, finally, if this is your first time feasting your eyes on Turbo Fox races and you're new, please hit the subscribe down below. Don't forget to ding the bell to never miss a future episode or stream of F1 2019, Project Cars 2 or Dirt 4. You guys have been amazing. The momentum starts now, and hopefully we can carry it on further on into the season. I'll see y'all next time. Cheers!